So what we're about to do today, would you as an Italian consider these to be pasta dishes?
Yes, Harper, absolutely.
Which means that I can say, we're making bread pasta.
Yes, just to be clear, we are making pasta out of bread.
Pasta
using bread.
made out of bread. All right, let me explain. Some of you might have seen a recent video we made where we traveled to the Dolomites in the Italian Alps, and there we tried an incredible dish called Canederli. I'll put a link up to the video. You can go watch it. I encourage you to.
They were
They were so good.
They were this round ball of pure joy that could be served in several different ways. You could have joy with broth, joy with cheese, joy with spaghetti. They were so good.
And they were really unlike any other pasta I've ever had before. Here I've been sort of like thinking about them and like, oh, this is such this incredible, unique thing. But then Eva informed me.
They are not the only bread pasta that exists in Italy, because other parts of Italy, they have their own bread pasta.
That got me pretty intrigued, so we thought that today Eva would show not only how to make Canederli from the Dolomites, but also show me a few of these other variations.
Are you ready to have your day full of bread pasta?
I'm so ready.
For our first pasta bread, we are going to
pasta.
Bread pasta, pasta bread.
It makes it sound like you're making bread out of pasta, which actually...
One day, maybe we can think about something like that. By the way, for our first bread pasta, we go to Lombardia, in the city of Mantua. And we are going to use as an ingredient to make this bread pasta, obviously bread. You can use a stale bread that you need to blend, or you can use, like I'm using, a very coarse breadcrumb, some Parmigiano Reggiano grated, a little bit of butter, a little bit of hot vegetable broth, an egg, and a pinch of nutmeg. The first step is to melt some butter. And you can do this on the stove, or you can do this in the microwave. We need to pour the butter into the breadcrumb. Think like you are making the base for a cheesecake. More or less the idea is the same. You have to mix all the butter with the breadcrumb. Now is the moment of the broth. Same thing here. So you can pour your breadcrumb on a surface. You need to be sure that all the bread is actually wet. Some nutmeg. We can mix in the Parmigiano. And last but not least, the egg. And now, with your hands, we need to prepare our pasta.
I assume since you're not working with flour, you don't really need to knead it very long.
Bravo, Harper, you need just to make the dough.
So far, it's easier than normal pasta.
I know. At the end, it's like making meatball. After your bread dough pasta looks like that, which means that is all together, we wrap in plastic paper and we let it rest for about 1 hour and a half. And we need to shape it. We cut a small piece, another piece like that. And we shape our pasta with the hands. So, the shape of this pasta is long. How can I describe?
You could just show us.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So kind of a long croquet with pointy ends.
Yes, I like this definition. Try to make all more or less the same size because they need to cook in the same way.
I felt that Canederli were unlike anything I've ever seen, but look at those.
We are going to season them to use as a sauce butter and sage. Because when you have a pasta that already has a very defined taste, that actually you could eat them like they are, is the best combination. It's obvious that you can play also a little bit around with also tomato sauce. They are very good, also with a cheese fondue. Butter and sage, you will never go wrong. Butter and sage is maybe the simplest sauce in the world, because the only thing that you need to do is on a very low heat make the butter melt, adding obviously the sage, so the sage has time to release all the flavor, and always on a very low heat you keep until the butter start to brown a little bit. Brown a little bit, it doesn't mean that you need to burn it. This pasta cooks like gnocchi, which means that you take them, you pour in the hot water, very gentle you stir, because you don't want they stick together, but also you don't want them break completely. And then when they start to float, they are ready.
First things first, butter and sage is just one of the best smells on planet Earth. It smells so good in here right now.
The more you talk, more I smell, more in my mind is stop talking.
This also, I noticed that the bread pasta, just due to the nature of its consistency and stuff, it absorbed a lot more butter. So I know it's gonna be really good.
I'd say that it's a dish that is perfect for a very cold winter day.
Like it is here in Calabria right now in August.
But we are pretty famous in Calabria to not fear the heat, because we're the only one who can eat every kind of food, even under the sun.
Actually, our original plan was to save this video for winter, because these are more kind of cold weather dishes, but we couldn't help ourselves, we couldn't wait. Speaking of which, I can't wait to try this.
This dish has a name, and the name is Capunsei.
Capunsei.
And as we said before, it's traditional from the city of Mantua.
Are all these bread pastas like from the north?
Yes.
Is that, it's a northern thing?
Yes.
Well, that's where it's cold, so.
Yes.
It's really unlike anything I've ever seen.
The smell is amazing. Okay,
it is
look
so
up.
amazing. All right.
Oh, you cut, I take one.
You do, sorry. It's still pasta, you still shouldn't cut it.
Buon appetito.
Appetito. Dang. Yeah, I should have taken a whole piece.
Those are unbelievable good.
They have such a unique and different flavor and texture than normal pasta. I can sort of taste the bread crust, you know, where there's a really concentrated bread flavor.
Being myself a bread lover, I like bread and Harper knows more than anything else in life. This can be my perfect pasta because all the flavor of the bread is there.
My favorite pasta is bread.
I can taste the bread, I can taste the cheese, butter and sage together, the nutmeg is the perfection. Oh my.
Incredible, unique flavor. The texture is amazing. It's very soft. It's very light.
Friends from Mantua, you did. It's like, this is really a masterpiece.
So clearly, I'm not just a fan of Canederli. I'm a fan of bread pasta in general, or at least this one.
You know Canederli because we had in Trentino.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know Capunsei, but there is another bread pasta that you should know.
Okay, but can I finish this one first?
Maybe yes, if I can help you. For our second bread pasta, we move from Lombardia to Friuli Venezia Giulia and we go in the city of Trieste. And for this bread pasta, we start with actual bread, good bread. Don't come to me and say that this dish doesn't come out because maybe you used Wonder Bread or something like that. This doesn't work, I'm telling you now in advance. Find a very good bread. It needs to be stale bread, not fresh bread. All the other ingredients are very simple. We have a little bit of milk, a little bit of 00 flour, egg, parsley, smoked pancetta, and it's easy to find pancetta in America because I know. Try to find the smoked one, a pinch of salt, and black pepper.
This is even more like a meatball. We've got meat and parsley.
So we start with cutting our bread. We need just to cut the bread. You don't say in English chop the bread, do you?
Well, like cube it.
See, cube the bread. Cube the bread. Once your bread is all cubed, you pour the milk into the bread. And we need to let the bread soak all the milk. Keep in mind that the quantity of milk that you need to soak the bread, it depends from how stale is your bread. Try to understand by feeling the bread. You know that the bread is soaked enough when you can easily cut with your hands. While the bread is soaking, what we need to do is take a bigger bowl where you break inside one egg. With a fork, whisk the egg. And then you start with your hands to break the bread. We chop some parsley, black pepper, a pinch of salt. Then we can add also the pancetta and we start to mix with our hands. Once it's all mixed together, we need to add the last ingredient, which is the flour. Also here the quantity can't be really precise because it depends from the bread and how much milk you used. Maybe you need a little bit more flour. So when your bread pasta dough reaches the consistency like that, which means soft but not too soft, a little bit sticky but not too sticky, your pasta dough is ready. Now we can shape our pasta bread. And the first step is to put on our surface some flour. We cut a little bit of it, and using the flour because it's still a little bit sticky dough, we need to make a sausage.
I thought for sure you were gonna say snake.
Snake, if you like more snake. So now we can cut our pasta bread. You can cut them big, more or less the size of my 2 fingers. The sauce for this pasta will be again butter and sage because there is nothing better than butter and sage when you have a rich pasta like this. They will be ready when they start to float.
Once again, one of the best smells in the world.
I know, butter and sage is like, it's just the smell that tells you, okay, let's go and eat.
We should do a whole video on butter and sage. But no, this is a video about bread pasta.
So this pasta actually is called gnocchi. di pane because as you can see they look like gnocchi.
So it's literally just called bread gnocchi.
Yes.
Well, I can smell the smoked pancetta, which
Yes.
is what I'm looking forward to here. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong, I like vegetarian bread pasta, but buon appetito. They really do look like normal gnocchi, but a totally different texture. When you use bread,
Everything changes.
everything changes.
And maybe sometimes bread makes also things better.
Trying to compare it to something, but it's hard because there's just really nothing quite like it. But it's the kind of funny thing where if you didn't know that it was made with bread,
You can't tell.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell what it was, but all you would know is that it's different from a normal pasta or a potato gnocchi.
One good plate of pasta bread. Then I can see them with a cheese fondue
Oh,
on top, some nutmeg, and you are in heaven.
there's so much you could do with this kind of...
Gorgonzola.
Oh, stop it. This one is hard to move past because I'm really enjoying everything about the texture, everything about the pancetta flavor, the sauce, which as you know, I am obsessed with, but we do need to get to the main attraction. The bread pasta that introduced me to bread pasta. All right, here we go.
Yes, here we go with all the ingredients ready to make canederli. Bread, milk, Parmigiano Reggiano, a little bit of parsley, speck, eggs, nutmeg, black pepper, and salt. This is speck. I asked them to the grocery shop a thick slice of speck because we need a small cube of speck. As you can see, it looks like more or less like a prosciutto, but believe me that the smell
completely
has
different.
nothing to do with the
Yeah.
prosciutto. If your canederli dough, like mine, is a little bit too wet, we are not going to use flour this time, but we are going to use breadcrumb. Breadcrumb doesn't act like flour, so while the flour suddenly absorbs all the liquid that she finds around, because flour in Italian is a female, breadcrumb takes a little bit more time, so we need to actually let the breadcrumb soak the extra liquid.
Yeah, like that still looks quite wet compared to the gnocchi dough.
We need to let it just rest a little bit.
A few minutes later.
So we are ready to shape our canederli. And if you watch the video where we went to Trentino-Alto Adige, you know that canederli are round. Now, canederli are not small bowl, they are big bowl. I'll try. Why are you laughing, Harper?
It's just like making meatballs.
And the same at the end. Now, the traditional way in which canederli are served are in broth. You make a very good broth. You like chicken broth, beef broth, vegetable broth, it doesn't matter. A very good broth. And then you cook the canederli into the broth. But it's August. And it's August in the south of Italy. So I didn't feel very, how do you say, confident, comfortable to cook the broth today. So I decided to go with another way in which they serve the canederli, which means cook the canederli in normal boiling water and then using butter, sage and speck.
Which actually was our favorite way that we ate it in the Dolomites.
Yes. This is a normal slice of speck that usually is cut like prosciutto. We need this size of speck for our sauce. And what we are going to do is cut in stripes, and we add this to the butter and sage. As you can see, the canederli, they start to float, which means that they are ready.
So I need to take back something that I said earlier.
Like?
The best smell in the world is not just butter and sage. It's butter and sage plus speck.
See, they smell pretty good.
It's amazing.
They smell pretty good.
It's bringing back real good memories from the Dolomites. I think we all agreed that day that the one we had that was butter and sage and the speck was...
That was the best. I was going to say, in winter, maybe you prefer the broth. No, because actually this...
It's a pretty good winter dish too.
So what we need to say about canederli? For those who didn't watch the other video, canederli are traditional from Trentino-Alto Adige. That is the region far north in Italy that once upon a time used to be part of Austria. So if you are from Austria or from Germany and you recognize this dish, yes, because Trentino-Alto Adige was part of that empire.
Well, it's funny too because I talked a little bit about this in that video about whether or not this is really Italian food or not. But after seeing you make it, it just fits so perfectly into Italian cuisine, whether it originated in Italy or not. It's like seeing you make it, it was just like, it's just meatballs, but with a little bit less meat. It's exactly the same.
Meatball with bread.
It's so Italian. So wherever it came from, it's super Italian. All right, so, I'm very excited here.
Also to see if actually they are good like the ones we had in Trentino.
Buon appetito. Side effects of canederliitis may include tremors, convulsions, and spasms. Well done.
Thank you.
Those rank very highly with what we had in the Dolomites. Oh, they're so good. They're just so fantastic.
It is very good.
Oh, this is a whole different ball game. Like the other bread pastas are amazing and delicious. However, what I like about this is that it combined kind of my favorite parts of the others. Like for instance, this has cheese in it and I really liked the cheesy mixture in the Capunsei, but I also really liked the pancetta and the chunks of meat in the gnocchi, and this has maybe even better meat, which is speck, which is amazing. I also think that the size and the shape makes a big difference. I really like the bigger ball dumpling. You get more of that really unique bread texture that is obviously in all three of them, but I feel like it's more apparent here.
No.
If you or a loved one suffer from canederliitis, please seek medical attention immediately. Plate's just as empty as in the Dolomites. Guys, we hope you enjoyed this look at these incredible bread, pasta, gnocchi, dumpling dishes. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We will put all three recipes down in the description below, and if you try making any of them, please send us a picture on Facebook or Instagram at Pasta Grammar. We'd love to see it. Like this Pasta Grammarian who made actually a dish I was kind of thinking about when I was eating some of these today.
Gnocchi di pane, dunderi.
Dunderi.
Dunderi is a ricotta gnocchi from Amalfi Coast. pasta. So we
not
are
bread
always
pasta, but cheese pasta.
You did a great job.
They look amazing. Well done. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Ciao.
I remember when you said, when we were in the Dolomites and we had the Canederli, and you said, we should make those this winter. And I literally thought in my head, I said, we should make those as soon as we get back home. And here we are.